What's going on, YouTube? Today is 11/1/2023. This video will drop tomorrow. I want to talk about building wealth one dime at a time and perspective. Okay, Southeast Stacker did a video which I thought was very interesting in the time frame. I'd planned to do this video for a while. I was not wanting to dig out individual dimes out of the safe. I was like, we'll just buy a tube because that'll work. I guess I could have just pulled these out for mail calls. Anyway, I want to talk about building wealth one dime at a time, one tube of dimes at a time, 100 ounces at a time, whatever it is you're doing. Southeast Stacker did a really good one, and he said something that really resonated with me. In fact, here's a little voice clip from what he had to say.
And my goals aren't going to seem like much compared to some people's goals.
Okay, my goals ain't going to seem like much compared to some people's goals. Here's the thing. If we're stacking, we're winning, number one. Number two, there was... if you look back to that man, and I will, like I said, I will put a link to his video, to that video in the link below. It's a good video. You should go check it out. He had an issue with his dog not too long ago, and he had to sell the majority, if I'm not mistaken, of his stack. Well, if you go look at this video, and I know he's got more in the stack because some of it's not laid out that was sent to him, I think he's done a great job. I think that stack is coming up, and I think it's really important for us to all remember that if we go to the LCS like I did and we put a dime in the stack, hey, we're still putting wealth in the stack. We're still putting something away. The only competition we have with our wealth, with our quality of character, maybe taking care of ourselves, whatever it is, the only competition we have is with ourselves from yesterday and the day before and the day before. And I think he's done a phenomenal job. If you go watch the video, you'll understand, in a short amount of time, in replenishing his stack. So the fact that he has a goal, and sure, you got guys that are just, and gals that are just loaded. I got a big friggin' stack, but they blow my stack away. But it doesn't matter because we're all on the same path. We all have that same goal in mind. And honestly, I think this is one of the best times to be stacking with the uncertainties that are going on in the world. Ain't going to get you rich, but it's going to keep you from being poor. If you have wealth, and again, the majority of us can only build wealth slowly over time. If you have physical wealth, physical assets, most people don't. Let's be honest. So, if you hit up the LCS and you're buying, a dime or two or three or a tube like I was able to do, I got a couple more tubes of dimes on the way from Bold. Actually, Harry's beat out Bold too. I think I paid $101 per tube from Bold, which is a great price. I got this tube of dimes for $95, $1.90 a pop. That's a pretty good price for this time frame. But you're doing the right thing. You're taking forward steps, toward progress, toward tomorrow. And I think it's, and sometimes I get down, it's like, I only added 20 ounces this month, or 40 ounces this month, or 10 ounces. And then I'll have months where I add 80, 100 ounces, This last 30-day time frame has been, very, very good for that respect. But then I rewind back. I'm 43. Get off me. Just freshly 43, okay? When I was 28 years old and started building wealth, I had nothing. Zero. Back then, after busting my ass all day at work, if I could come up with $5 to put in my tank, which actually back then bought you some fuel, and $2.50 for a 40, once or twice a week up the street at the local convenience mart, that was a good week. And a case of Top Ramen at the bulk food store was like, I don't know, 24 in a case. It was $2 and change. I was doing good for the week. So it's all perspective. Now, if I eat Top Ramen, it's because I haven't had to eat it in years, and when I do eat it, it tastes good again. It's not because I have to. That could happen again tomorrow, though. That's really important. And that's why we prepare, right? That's why, I'm in a position now where I live. I'm cheap. Okay, I'm getting ready to go on vacation and see some wonderful people that I can't wait to see, and it's probably going to cost me a couple grand with the rental car, the fuel, the hotels, the food on the road. And I'm in a position now where that would have been impossible back then. Now, I can do it. Probably not even going to feel it, but damn it, that's a couple grand that I'm not going to be able to put in the stack. But I'm going to do it because it's that happy medium, right? Of having nothing and having no choices, and then having something and having choices, and enjoying our lives. So my point is, it is so important to do what we can when we can. And don't overextend ourselves. Don't beat ourselves up because we didn't do as much this month as we wanted, or what. And you know what? There's going to be weeks and months where you can't because there's bills to pay. There's responsibilities. You know, we are only competing with ourselves. But even in those times where we can't add to our wealth, we can't take forward steps toward progress, we still can, in the respect that, okay, this month sucked. I had a transmission go out, I had an engine go out, I had an alternator go out, whatever it is. I had a big electric bill. If we're not blowing our money on stupid crap, even though we weren't able to add to our wealth, we were able to pay down some bills that needed paid down, cover some of life's wonderful surprises that happen to all of us, and set ourselves up for the next month or the next week or the next 2 months, whatever it is, to actually purchase some more wealth. So it's really important to stay focused on that, especially right now, with all the conflict going on, the inflation, fuel prices. I mean, y'all know. Y'all are living in the world. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We only compete with ourselves. Are we better today? Are we better people today, both financially and otherwise, than we were yesterday? That's key. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, excuse me. Not a financial advisor. I don't have a crystal ball. I do have a lot of experience, and I have a lot more to learn. And I wish I could go back now and talk to myself then, because experience is the best teacher. Failure is a great teacher, at least in my life. Pain is motivation. I've had a lot of financial pain in my life, and I am probably overly concerned about finances now because I don't ever want to feel that again. And I'm pretty gung-ho about doing what I can to not be a burden to people, to not have that worry. And I worry I will fall short, but I have to keep myself in check, and I have to say, hey, look, all you can do is all you can do. And it's important that we all do that. Not a financial advisor. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Check out Southeast Stacker's video in the description below. I think he did a great job. I think he's doing a great job on adding to his stack. He talks about being on a fixed income, which rolls into what I'm talking about. We can do what we can do. And as long as we're doing what we can do, we're making forward steps. We're making progress in our lives. And it's really important to keep sight of that, because it is so easy to get disheartened. It is so easy to get frustrated. It is so easy to get disappointed and just say, I'm going to throw in the towel. Don't ever do that. Fight through it. Work hard. Make good choices. And keep stacking.